Welcome to our pre-conference information slide. Because for people out there who are coming, we got people coming from Texas, Pennsylvania, Tennessee, Orlando, all over Florida, and we want to give you kind of insight what to expect when you get there. So that's what this particular video is about. We want to make sure we get updated on what's going on. But first, let me give you a quick video on a quick snapshot video of what's going to occur. There you have a quick snapshot of what's going to occur on Friday and Saturday, 26th, 27th, not too long far down the ride. So in this particular video here, we want to try to go, step by step, what exactly you expect when you get to our Veterans Council Veterans Military Psychotrauma Conference. But first, the question is why? Well, one of a couple reasons why we're doing this. First of all, women veterans have twice the rate of suicide than non-women veterans. The main reason is military psychotrauma. Well, we need to address that. All we have is talk all this time, but I've really seen the action. So Veterans Council Veteran want to be part of the action. The second thing is families, right? If you're suffering from MSC and you have PTSD, depression, co-occurring disorder, all that kind of stuff, your family member can be further vulnerable. What's called generational trauma, and they can carry it on from one generation to another. So with this conference, we're all going to address that. But first, let me give you a rundown on what to expect at our conference. So this is our cocktail hour. We had it today. It's 6 o'clock tonight, 6 o'clock. And we'll give you also this is a recorded version of that cocktail. Conference 26, 27 of August. I will be your MC for this event here. So because hopefully you won't hear as much from me. It's just trying to keep things in order and in context. But I'll be the main one. You'll see me when you come to the conference. And I am one thing. I'm going to introduce myself real quick. I am a military veteran, 24 years in the Army, both enlisted and as an officer. I've got a master's in counseling. I created Veterans Council Veterans so that veterans can start taking care of veterans. And you will see this uniqueness in this conference because of all the panels. This is a panel-driven conference. Panel-driven. We got six panels. Almost all but two are veterans because it's us taking care of us and we to understand us. That's the uniqueness of us. Most of the time when you see anything addressing military sexual trauma, it's known as VA, that's it. Not for this conference. It's us taking care of us, and you'll see that as you come. So look at day one. We can start registration between 1 to 2. There'll be some finger foods there as provided. One of the things that I want to do is that this conference has 3 primary principles. 1 is to educate, 2 is to connect, and 3 is to empower. So the connecting starts on Friday. So the whole day of Friday from 2 o'clock to really 6 is connected. So the first part, when we do the welcoming, we want everybody in those who register to introduce themselves. 45 seconds, all you got to do is say, hey, I'm Eldridge Williams, United States Army, coming from St. Pete. I'm glad to be here. Everybody. And that will help connect us. We got to start the connecting right away because Saturday's going to be kind of tough. So you'll get that, and however long it takes, however long it takes. After we have a social networking, we have some finger foods, everybody get together, talk, mingle, meet some of the panelists who are there, try to get that connecting piece. That's what's going to happen on the first day. Second day is when we really got the stuff still started kicking. From 8 o'clock to 8:30, for those who are probably showing up on a Friday night, Saturday, this is the time to register again. We will then have a breakfast, a continental breakfast when you show up, so it'll be on us, opening remarks, and then we'll start our first, you see, is the military sexual trauma and the family. And that's something you see unique as well, because we want to talk about how military sexual trauma can affect the family, because it can and it will. Then we'll have the military sexual trauma shared experience. We have first one, as you see there, guest speaker Tanya Oxidine, and we'll go in more detail as we keep moving forward. We're continuing on all the way down to 4:30. We'll have what I call after action report. We actually start asking questions and stuff. Now let's go on more of a deep dive on what this panel consists of. First of all, as I mentioned before, our guest speaker will be Command Sergeant Major retired Tanya Oxenine. Tanya Oxenine almost spent 30 years in the Army, and she has still rated up to the ranks as a Sergeant Major she as a Division Headquarters Battalion at 82nd, and also Division Battalion Sergeant Major. So she has made it to the top. Unfortunately for Sergeant Major, she experienced sexual assault before she went in the military and experienced it in the military. I want her to talk about it because I want everybody to understand that it's not you. You're not to blame. You're not to blame. It's that son of a gun that sit there and decided to do a sexual assault. And you can still soldier through it and as well. I also want to sit there and talk about Amon Bradford. He'll be there. And this is important for Amon because Amon will be our videographer. He's going to be out today taking video testimonies for a little bit about yourself before and after the conference. This is important for us to build on because this is just the first step. Next year is going to be banging, and you guys can be part of that. So you please, if you want to, if you have no problem being interviewed by Amon, you'll see him in the beginning of the show. Amon is also the chapter president for Student Veterans of America as well, and he's a Marine. And below there you see Marley Rose Michael. She's 15 years old. She's a good singer, and she will be singing the national anthem. Her father is Kevin as part of that as well. So those are when we first start out. Then we'll have our first panel, which is MST in the family. We got Dr. Michael Mays, retired Sergeant Major of the Air Force, LMFT, licensed marriage and family therapist. Excuse me, and he's going to help explain how we can do when your child is exhibiting those secondary effects of not having somebody in the family with PTSD, especially MST and on. So he'll give you some guidance on that. Stephanie Sims is a VCV tribe member, been at least a couple of years now, retired Air Force and licensed mental health counselor. And then also one of our tribe is Tiffany Davis. Tiffany Davis is a VCV tribe, and she'll be one of the panelists as well when it comes to the VCV survivors, and she'll be on the family seeing how that affected the family. Next will be the military sexual trauma survivor, which is mentioned, which will start at 9:30 to 10:30. Before that, we're going to be you'll hear from Sergeant Major Oxenine. Here we have Jennifer Williams. She's 25. She's been in the Navy, and it took her a long time before she finally getting triggered. She didn't understand why she was having these bad behaviors, bad relationships. Finally got triggered and realized it was sexual assault that occurred when she was in the Navy. I understand back in the day, there was no sympathy for military sexual assault, and so she's doing it now. So she'll be part of our panel. Another tribe member is Lakejo Houston, retired Air Force, just recently retired like a year now. She's a VCV tribe member, a value member of our panel, and she's a survivor as well, but she's also an advocate. And finally, we also have Kevin Cagle. He's a retired Army, not retired Army, he's an Army veteran, experienced MST survivor. He can be one of the male survivors that we're going to have as far as our panel. Then the next panel is military sexual trauma and social determinants. This panel is different because we want to sit there and focus not so much on mental health, but the other social determinants that affect the military sexual trauma survivor. And that's where we have Dr. Beverly Borsky. She is a reverend. She's a hypnotist, and she's also LGBTQ. So she'll be able to talk about the faith side, as well as a pastor, Bill Losasso. He also is a pastor. He's been for years. He's been taking care of MST survivors and homelessness. So he'll provide the insight of how that affects the survivor. Dr. Tammy Foster Knight, who's actually retired major, and Tammy Major Knight, she's actually did her dissertation. She's got a PhD on military sexual trauma. We'll explain some of the things that affect the survivor. Crystal Romero, another battle buddy. She's an advocate for MST survivors, big time advocate for Janessa Gillians. And even though she has not experienced MST, she was one of the advocates, one of the people who help out MST survivors, and also claiming about military sexual assault. And she's seen firsthand the retaliation that could occur once you sit there and say I've been sexually assaulted. So she's a panelist. And last but not least, Nissa Rivera, a retired Army EA combat veteran. She now works for Habitat for Humanity, and she's going to talk about not just homelessness, but also getting a home. Those things are more effect of an MST survivor. Next panel is our MST and mental health. Again, like I said before, uniqueness about Veterans Council veterans, the majority of the people that you're going to see are veterans themselves. And on this panel, it's no different. We got Tracy Ramos, Navy veteran, licensed mental health counselor, also LGBTQ. He'll be able to speak to that. Gene Gautreaux, another VCV tribe member, been for several years, retired Air Force, LCSW, she as well. Stephanie again from the tribe, and last but not least, Jocelyn Dean, She is an Air Force veteran, a licensed mental counselor, works at Crisis Center. And one thing about Jocelyn, she also leads the MST groups at Crisis Center. So again, everybody on this panel is a veteran. Then we have the second MST survivor. We purposely split them up because we didn't want to have too much stuff going on one time. So this will be in the afternoon. After they have lunch, we have lunch divided to us by Mission Barbecue. Thank you, Mission Barbecue, for providing that. And here we have Tiffany Davis. Again, we already mentioned the owner of Wells Point Restaurant in Lake Wells. Vaughn Griggs, retired author. She's done transformational life coach. She also is the CEO and founder of Joy Restored Outreach, as one of survivors. And last but not least, we have Audrey McHugh, Navy veteran. She's in the process of trying to also provide resources for MST survivors. She's come all the way out from Pennsylvania, and you'll see her. You also see Audrey on some programs she can show as well to help out the survivors. And the last is that from 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock, we're going to have the panel, the claims panel, and we have attorney Rebecca Deming. She will be able to sit there and talk about legal issues when it comes to putting your claim, getting denied. It will be denied. You'll find that if a lot of people there, you will find out a lot of your claims will be denied the first time, and we're going to help you understand how you can navigate that. Dwayne Kimball, also Army veteran, retired benefits at the VA. He has experience in the VA. He will also be able to answer your questions. Bring your questions. We got the answers. I'm also going to rely on you, the people in the audience, because there are a lot of people in the audience who have experience as well. These are all our sponsors. I want to thank all the sponsors. You know, this is a grassroots. We're getting the sponsors. First time the Veterans Council of Veterans actually charged. And we charge because you have to have skin in the game. If you don't have skin in the game, you just don't show up. So we want to make sure you have skin in the game. One reason why we charge. Second, of course, is to cover our expenses. All this costs money. We're a nonprofit, and that's how we help to cover the costs. Finally, we want to actually provide services later on for our next conference, but also family members of veterans. So these sponsors help out. More sponsors as you see going there. That reminds me, as you see, ProVet Legal. That is a legal company owned by Rebecca Deming. Here's our team that helps get this stuff together behind the scenes that make this go. We got Tiffany Davis, you saw Tiffany earlier. Alta Wilson, she will be responsible for the volunteers. She will be the first person you see when you show up for registration. So say hello to Alta. And then the person who really did a lion's share of it is Lola. She's our virtual assistant. She's out of the Philippines, which means she's not going to be there. You're not going to see Lola. But everybody on this has contacted Lola one way or the other. She's been a valued member of our team. We want to start identifying some people who are volunteers. Volunteers are what make it happen. Please treat the volunteers with respect. They're not getting paid. They're just taking their Friday and Saturday out to make sure you have a good experience. So just give them the respect that they have. From like I said, from Alta, Wayne, we got to thank Wayne. Wayne's from the Veterans Success Office in USF. He's the reason why we got the venue. So thank you, Wayne. Mentioned by Ahmad Bradford, who will be the videographer there. Tony Gross, thank you again. She's done so much for Gold Star Mothers, and as well as the Fisher House. Tiffany again, volunteer. Fran, Thelma, gotta mention Thelma, my wife. You know, she's part of this, so treat her with respect. She retired law officer, so don't play with her. Retired law officer. Including with Fran Bennett as well. Shante Haywood, Nikki Hernandez, and finally Paula Cruz. Thank you for volunteering. This is what it's going to look like here. You see the pre-event that we got to deal with, before and after the event at the USF CW Young Hall. You see that's 12303 Maple Drive, Tampa. Okay, show that there. Finally, for those who are staying at the Hilton Express is only less than a mile from the campus, less than a mile. So if you did register for Holiday Express, we will provide transportation to and from that hotel when it comes to our events. Let us know if you did that, so we know where to pick you up. And we did that for a couple reasons. One, we wanted to make sure that safety is always safety of numbers, especially if you're in a different environment. But two, we want to sit there and reduce your expenses. So we can sit there and prevent you from calling that one Uber or prevent you from gas or rent a car or whatever. That's what we're trying to do. So let us know, sign up if you're gonna be staying at that hotel. So that's a lot, but I wanted you to just know what's going on, what to expect. You have to participate too. All the rest, we're going to almost 100 participants, right? A lot of grass. Please share this. If you have any problem, don't let cost be the reason why you don't show up. If you need a scholarship, definitely let me know. Email Lola, and we will make that happen. We don't want you to miss this opportunity. We're going to be all these resources together to take care of the MST survivor and their family and their family's unique event. Now's the time to buy it. There'll be gifts afterwards. In fact, one of our gifts that we give away, we'll be giving away stories from the front that was helped. Thank you for Colonel Furman for donating those books and other gifts as well. But you got to be involved. You got to be part of your rescue. So you must be involved. Share it as well. Share. Hashtag VCVMST. Hashtag VCVMST. Tag me if you can. I'm really excited about this. We got to start doing it. We got to stop talking about it. We got to start being about it. And that's what this whole conference is about. Again, 26, 27 August at USF Tampa, CW Young. It's about being about it. Lunch will be provided. And if you are looking for CEUs, let us know ahead of time so we can make sure we get the CEU documentation that you can get credit for this event that's going to be occurring. So there will be 6 CEUs provided. That's a lot. I just want to make sure that you guys, we know what's going on. I'm going to send this to you. Share, and also talk about throughout the week so everybody knows about this event. We want to get 100, right? We're like 20 short of 100. We want to get 100. So share it, register, convince your friends that they're thinking about this. So it's not a waste of time. It's us taking care of us. So anyway, this is Tony Williams from Veterans Council and Veterans. We're all going to see you on the 26th and 27th of August, and we're going to be doing something about it. And it's the veterans taking care of veterans. Until then, see you then.